comes to inspiration, probably the greatest or the second greatest inspiration in history was Kriyas Yamsuf. And the people there were extremely inspired by what they saw and what occurred to them. And they came to such a recognition of the Ribono Shel Olam that they could point with their finger, Zeh Keli, this is my God. As if they could feel it and see it and understand it. Very inspired. But inspiration doesn't last too long. It lasts for a day or two. How do you keep people inspired? So after they said Zeh Keli, they said Va'anvehu. There are three ways if you want to keep children, or anyone for that matter, inspired. There are always things in life that happen that you can capitalize. Good moments, not so good moments in life that sometimes inspire a person and arouse them and awaken them. Sometimes a child hears something from a teacher in school and it makes a tremendous impression, or they hear something at home from a parent and makes an impression. But you want to hold on to that impression. So that's the second part, the anvehu. And Chazal say three ideas in the anvehu. How do you hold on to that Zeh Keli, to that inspiration? The first way is Hidur Mitzvah. The anvehu means I'll beautify HaKadosh Baruch Hu by beautifying his mitzvahs. And that means to make it appealing, to make Torah and mitzvahs appealing to, since we're talking about children, we'll mention the children, to make it appealing to the child, exciting, something that is aesthetically appealing to a person. That's what Hidur Mitzvah is. It does not mean to make it fun. Torah is not necessarily fun. Unfortunately, sometimes that's the message that is given over to our children by, just to give you an example, I sometimes sit by a video of Uncle Moshe with my grandchildren or great-grandchildren. And Uncle Moshe tells us that Torah is really fun. It is so much fun to be a mitzvah boy and a mitzvah girl. Now, you can believe that till you're about 3 years old. Because when you're 3 years old and you say to your mother, Mommy, I want an ice cream cone, and Mommy says, but you just had a fleishik meal, you got to wait 6 hours. Kid says, wait a second. Uncle Moshe said Torah is fun. It is not fun to wait 6 hours for an ice cream cone. And I'll tell you a secret. There are a lot of things in Torah that are a lot less fun than waiting 6 hours for an ice cream cone. Torah is not necessarily fun, but it can be appealing, it can be worthwhile, and that's how you have to teach your child that Torah is not something that's oppressive, but it's something they really can enjoy, and that they can be appealing to them, and it's worthwhile. That's what the message has to go. How do you do that with your child? Depends. Some children are attracted by intellectual things, some by aesthetic things, some by music. There's a million different ways, but that's the goal. Secondly, V'anvehu means I'll build him a Beis HaMikdash, which means you have to create an environment of Kedusha where the environment is conducive to holding on to that inspiration. That means to see that your children have good friends who are like-minded, who also want to be inspired, and who will strengthen that inspiration. And to be an environment that is a positive environment and not one that cools off and tries to put that inspiration away. And lastly, B'anvehu means anivahu, to emulate the character traits of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. If you work on the midos of your children, right, that they have good character traits, and then you tell them that these are the character traits that Hashem exhibits, then they can feel closer to the Ribono Shel Olam because they know that they are behaving and functioning in a way that they become close and similar to the Ribono Shel Olam. And when they have good midos, then the inspiration that they have will last longer with them.